here. Welcome to the No Randoms podcast, where you won't find a single random on the pod, but you also won't find the pod's co-host Anton today because we're not actually sure where he is. Likely on daddy duty, and that's just fine because you know who you do have. You got your boy Kev as always, and most importantly, we've got our man Shad filling in today, pulling double duty. What's up, Chad? How are you? And what have you been playing this week, my boy?
I'm going to go ahead and say Diablo, obviously. Oh, and I've been good. Sorry to just completely disregard the question. But no, I've been really good, man. I've been playing a lot of video games, having a lot of time to, so it's been nice. Your boy's been playing FIFA. I'm 7 games defeated in season Division 1. So that's crazy. There's like 7,000 players in Division 1.
This is the last time you're playing FIFA. You realize this?
Yeah, I know. So I had to make it to Division 1, dude. I had to. So I was like, I've been playing that and pretty much like Diablo and Timberborn. I've been playing my Beaver game, dude.
I saw you streaming that the other day, and I was like, Timberborn, that sounds bad. And I was like, is that the Beaver game?
I have fully lost my mind, Kevin. I have lost my mind when it comes to this game and the shit that I'm building. It's just stupid at this point. It's breaking the game. Like the builds that I'm doing are so extreme that it's like breaking the game. The game's like, we can't process this. And I'm like, well.
Oh, this is like Beaver Minecraft.
Essentially. Yeah.
It's Beefcraft.
Beefcraft, dude.
Hold on. What is this
Elon
thing they're doing where they're sitting around a campfire? This is amazing.
Oh, I have those. Dude, I have campfires on the ground. And what I'll do is I'll put campfires on the actual skyscraper building so they can go up there and like chill and like get a view. That's just what I do, bro. And I've been playing Only Up. All right. Only Up 2. That's the last game.
Which we'll get to. I'm happy you did. I've been, as you already know so well, I've been so heads down in our Diablo pod, which part 1 coming out shortly, part 2 coming out shortly after that, but a little bit later. And then we'll do some more after that to get to 3 and 4. We'll see how it goes. So deep in Diablo research. Like I was chatting with my wife and I was like, man, I spent so much time researching Diablo that I haven't played. Like I'm not playing it. You know what I mean? I think I'm like level 32, but I haven't played Diablo 4 in like 4 days. I probably put 15 hours into Diablo 2 of gameplay and significantly more time of research, which is like, I'm kind of laughing at myself because Diablo 4 is out and everyone's playing it. And I'm like, well, I'm going to play Diablo 2. But it's a blast. I feel like I'm far behind. That said, your boy's about to catch up. I'll take the mic over, even though I've already been going. If I had been playing anything, it would be Diablo here and there. Obviously, 4 and 2, like I just said. Just cop Diablo 4 on the Xbox. Now, this is counterintuitive. I can see your face. So now your boy's got it on PC where I can play with, like, just you. And now I've got it on Xbox where I can play with just my family. But I still don't have it on PlayStation where I can play with the boyos. First world problems, like I don't know. I was like, what do I do? I'm not buying 3 copies. Sorry, boys. That's too. I can't. Morally, I cannot do that.
Could you imagine?
But I think right. But like the chance to. Have you played it with Lynn?
No, but I told her last night I
don't know if that's her style.
It's definitely not. She's more of like a Uno FIFA kind of person. But like I told her I was like, we should definitely play together. Like I think you would like it. It's literally 2 buttons, and she was just like, all right, I'll try it.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be an amazing couples game. Like I said, shouts to DC. He said he was playing with his wife, and I was like, genius. And I actually learned doing our research that the game was couch co-op. I didn't know you could play together on one screen.
Oh, I didn't
And you could do that in the old ones too. Yeah, it's like you can straight up, if you and Lynn want to play on TV, like in the 90s, that's what I was like, wait, what? That I'm going to play through the whole campaign with B. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, what the fuck? How come no one told me I could do that?
I didn't know that. Yeah. Holy crap.
We're going to do that, in the bed. I'll be in bed and I won't be so much where I'm not with my family and playing Diablo. So I'll catch up. Little cross progression. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm excited. But yeah, that's it. And then, of course, NFL Rivals. Always dabbing into a little bit of Rivals. Got to keep my score up. You know what I mean?
That game is so good.
We got some fun stuff coming there. All of that said, we are moving a little bit quicker. We have a slightly abbreviated pod for you today. We spent so much time doing our research on Diablo, and you guys are going to get double episodes for the next several weeks. So this one, we're going to move a little bit quicker than normal. Maybe that's why we don't have Anton. Shad, would you take us into what did not make the show this week?
Absolutely. With what did not make the show this week, we have XDefiant is hosting an open session from June 21st through 23rd. Roblox introduces 17 plus rated experiences that require verification. Microsoft is hiking the price of Xbox Series X and Xbox Game Pass. Nintendo Direct was amazing, of course. A sequel to 2018's Detective Pikachu is in the works for Nintendo Switch. And finally, 6 Days in Fallujah creators are ready to release and defend the controversial shooter. That's what we have for what did not make the show this week. What do you think, Kevin? Any of these, I guess, show out to you?
A couple of them, right? I wonder the same, same for you, of course. I thought interesting Roblox going for adult stuff. I was like, really? I put these in and I was like, these should have made the pod. Like I
Yeah.
found them very late. The Roblox 17 plus thing. All right, what are y'all gonna do with them boxes, right? And then again, one that I thought was really cool was just the 6 days in Fallujah. We covered that on the pod like episode 3. You remember, like way,
Way
like
back.
legitimately episode 1, 2, or 3. But I'm hyped to see that. So keep eyes out. But it wasn't too deep of a story yet. So that's all for me. What about you? Anything you think should have been on the program?
I don't have children, but I see other kids playing Roblox, and I'm really like interested in what they do within the game and within the parameters of the game. So that I'm kind of excited to see what they're gonna do. If it's gonna be like Call of Duty type of material, if it's gonna be like weirdo creep material. I just kind of want to know where they're going with it. And then obviously the
Right.
6 Days in Fallujah, I'm stoked on that because I think it takes place in Iraq in 2004. So it's like it'd be cool to see being like a Middle Eastern person if like I guess the areas are like accurate. Yeah, you play Tony Hawk and like a lot of like the areas like the LA, New York, whatever, they're not exactly the same, but there's little variations. So I kind of want to see
Right.
stuff like that.
GTA.
hmm
That'll be real. I hadn't even thought about the environment really, right? Because like the story's so controversial. I'm looking out for that one. So I think we really keep eyes on it and see when it comes out. Will be controversial for sure. So I'm sure it'll make its way back. And I wonder if there's a new trailer out too. The article I saw, I skimmed over, but it said it's like they're ready to go. They said they're ready to release the game. So I was like, is there? Maybe we'll watch that next week and see if there's a new trailer.
Bet.
We're with it. All right, moving into our topics for this week, we've got some fun ones in no particular order. EA Sports and EA Games are splitting apart. Internal shakeup. The big games reveals and trailers from the Xbox Games Showcase. There's a new game taken over Twitch called Only Up. We'll talk about that. It's NFT adjacent. I wonder if you knew that part. Turns out that casual gamers are spending all the money. No surprise. That's why we make a podcast for casual gamers. There's more of us. And then what didn't make the show actually was X Defiant. We were going to talk about that, and I moved it to what didn't make the show. So didn't make the show. Topic number one, Chadrock, want to hop in there?
Yeah, totally. With You Love to See It, Twitch's new favorite game, Only Up, is loaded with Goblintown NFT art. This is from Decrypt. There's a new indie game pulling a huge viewership on Twitch called Only Up, and it features loads of artwork from a notable NFT project. Only Up is a platform hopping PC game developed by a little known indie developer, SCKR Games, inspired by the classic Jack and the Beanstalk story that challenges players to continuously climb upward. Last week, Only Up set a new peak with 109,000 followers or total viewers on Twitch, including a pair of popular streamers, Agent 00 and Miskeef, with around 20,000 viewers apiece. Did you hear anything about this, Kev? I played it a little bit. It's a pretty beautiful game and intense.
I heard a ton about it. I have not played it. Hold on one sec.
Yeah, totally. And like honestly, the pod for anybody who's listening for this episode, like this game is there's not really much of an objective other than just to go higher and higher and higher. And they just have all these crazy, ridiculous, like I guess patterns, variations, ways of being able to get to the very top. I don't ever think I've even seen people get to the top, but it's such a fun game that people are going and modding it and essentially creating like halfway points and making it so that if they follow the bottom, they don't have to fully start over. And dude, obviously people are like speed running this, which is wild because I saw an autistic kid, like a severely autistic kid, play the entire game and speed run it. And people were like, oh, this is totally fake. And he's like, this is not fake. Let me show you it's real. And he just jumped off and he did it again. I was like, oh my God. So crazy, dude.
It has been nuts. I have been seeing some clips. I think maybe you guys shared one in the group chat this morning. I don't know where you saw that guy that, or maybe I saw that on Twitter. The guy that was like cooked, 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 cooked. You see that video?
I think so. Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I might have seen it on I might have seen it on TikTok or something like that. He did this guy. He's like way at the top and just misses a jump, and he did like he can tell he's missing it before he quite misses the point he's hitting, and he's like in the air and he just goes cooked, 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 and he just keeps saying cooked all the way down, and it gets louder and louder. He got so mad. I was like, yo, this game looks like it would drive me crazy. I haven't played it, and I'm not gonna play it. This looks like another one of those flash in the pan games that I'm a big fan of hearing about. I'll watch some videos. I don't got enough gaming time for that. And the time I do have, I'll spend it on some other things. But it looks like it's really exciting. The NFT part to me, I think, is completely useless and random. I don't care about that at all. Like that doesn't make this game better. Whatever. That's like a random. To me, it's kind of distracting. But I do wonder if this company calls themselves Sicker Games.
I honestly, that'd be really cool. Sicker Games would be like a really cool name as opposed to like I was looking at it like soccer games. That would make no sense. I was like SCKR. I'm just gonna say it.
We want to make Sicker Game. I would have gone with SCKR too.
Yeah, Sicker is way like
Sicker Games.
kind of good branding. Sicker
They're
Games.
probably it's probably like their initials or something.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Or it is soccer.
Hey,
Sicker
clever guys.
Soccer? Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, we'll slide over into industry business news. This I thought was super interesting, and I mean the headline says it all. So new data released by PwC shows that traditional games make up only 26.7% of the revenue earned by the U.S. games industry. The vast majority of 2022's 54.1 billion coming from social or casual games. Esports, meanwhile, contributed just 0.8%. Added together, that total also shows just a 2.4% year on year increase, the slowest growth in 5 years, which isn't great news. That part doesn't worry me at all. As reported by GamesBeat, PwC's report shows that social and casual gaming brings in an astonishing $37.1 billion per year, making up 69% of the global gaming market. Does this surprise you at all?
Honestly, no. I mean, like you said earlier, bro, like casual gamers. And the older we get, we have families, we have jobs. We don't go from we're not like competitive gamers. I think the majority of gamers out there, even all of our friends, although we are competitive, we're just casual gamers. So yeah, like it doesn't surprise me. It makes me really happy to know that there's this type of community that are like people just like me, people just like you.
There's no confusion. Like again, in terms of even thinking about like, I might end up, and I'll be really upset. I might end up buying 3 copies of Diablo. Think about that's before skins. That's before microtransactions. Yeah, oh, the microtransactions. I have a job, but I work so much that I don't have that much time to play. And so if I'm gonna play, I also need it to be convenient. So maybe I have one in there, and I have one in this room, one in that room. You're getting more money from the people that have more, again, whether or not they're even playing the games, right? I'm not even, most of the games I buy, I don't spend that much time playing them. It's for an experience or to dip in. I even buy things to support my friends who made the games, right? We do the same thing with records. I might not play it, but I am supporting. Earning money is different than making a great game or having a great audience or, player base. All those things are different. But in terms of where does the money come from? Of course, it's casual gamers. I mean, the people that spend the money on kid games are parents. They're casual at best.
Yeah.
So this really didn't surprise me. And again, I mean, I think it's interesting that there's so much content out there for esports, which is fine. I mean, again, if you think about athletes, right? Like the majority of people that play sports are casual athletes.
Right.
Like the vast majority. It's not even close. But we still watch the best of the best on TV. It's still important. So it's like this doesn't surprise me at all, I guess. But esports, few people, yeah, duh. And the hardcore gamers are the ones looking for discounts.
Broke asses. Just kidding.
What your broke asses? Which is me. I don't like. I feel that. Either way, moving on. This one I thought was really interesting, and is man, it's a new era, right? But I guess with all these, I guess it makes sense. Either way. Huge news coming out of the EA camp. This comes from IGN. Electronic Arts is undergoing a major internal shakeup, announcing today in a message from CEO Andrew Wilson that it is realigning its major studios and its leadership structure in an effort to empower their creative teams. The reorganization includes splitting EA Games and EA Sports, with the former being renamed EA Entertainment, and a signal that EA intends to expand beyond games where possible. Shad, are you gonna miss
No.
EA games? It's gone forever. No,
Bye.
why not?
Bye, Felicia. No, I don't know. I honestly, I've been thinking something like this should have been happening for a long time. Like EA has such great titles, but there is always a little bit of inconsistencies. And I noticed they're trying to get in more in the entertainment realm. So it's like, hey, by all means, do your entertainment, do all that. But also, because you guys make great sports games, maybe it's good that you guys separate them and focus on the new sports games that you guys are going to be putting out, i.e., the soccer one coming out, the NCAA one coming out. I think that's great. I think having them split like that is great.
I think when you put it that way, it makes a lot of sense. For what it's worth, regular EA doesn't have a cool tagline like EA Sports. It's in the game. You know, EA Entertainment. It's in the fun. I don't know. It's
It's
in
in the
the
coding.
entertainment.
I don't know. What are they going to say now? What's going to be their new motto? You should think of it for
They're
them
gonna
and hit
have
them
to
up.
get to work. Oh, if they want to pay me, that's what I do. Get your branding on.
Hmm.
Um, no, I think that's. I mean, it's a pretty big deal. I feel like for them and for us, it's there's just so many shakeups going on over there, and I think I'll get into this. I'm switching screens here. I'll get into this a little bit more because I think they're just kind of going through a changing of the guard, and it made me feel old, to be honest. So I think first up here it says, we're building the future of interactive entertainment on a foundation of legendary franchises and innovative new experiences, which represents massive opportunities for growth. Laura Miele, previously EA's chief operating officer, will take over as EA president of entertainment, technology, and central development. That's too much. Where she will work closely with Vince Zampella and other well-known execs. Cam Weber, who rose out of EA's football games, will continue to lead EA Sports Football. That must be American football. Both will enjoy expanded control over their respective labels, intended to give them more oversight over budgets and decision-making flexibility. I can tell you from experience that EA is so hard to work with. All their different teams are different teams. Like you can't go to like Madden and be like, all right, cool, we worked this cool thing out. All right, if I'm Adidas, we worked out this cool thing. We got our shoes in the game. All right, so now we're gonna get the same shoes in FIFA. Gotta call FIFA. Different team. What?
Timeout.
It's a different team. It's crazy. In fact, I was making that point today, talking at work, talking about the Nike Air Max deal with Fortnite. If you saw that, which is not going to make our pod because who the fuck cares? It's
Just
such a
weak.
lame activation. Wizig. But they did like again. I'll go on my small short rant here, but it's so over Air Maxy. Like if it was just Nike, it would be dope. But it's all about one sneaker technology. Like Air is a sneaker technology at Nike. Like Boost is at Adidas,
Hmm.
right? So it's like if they made like a Boost World, it's like nobody cares about your sneaker technology, you dork. Give us a swoosh. Let them have the shoes in the game, but don't make a person out of an Air Max shoe. And there's all these little like they let the product team do so much. There's all these little like elements and components that are very specific to the Air Max shoe. And I'm like, who the fuck is playing Fortnite that knows that?
Yeah.
They let the product teams do too much. So this is one of those same things. So hopefully this will help them, you know what I mean, make a little bit more sense in their decision making and not be so myopic and like, I don't know, all I make is FIFA or all I make is the Madden game. Like zoom out a little bit so it's weird. Hopefully it's addition by subtraction, right? You know, they'll separate there, but then they'll actually get more from it. We'll see how it goes. A little research from our Diablo pod. There used to be a Blizzard North and a Blizzard South back in the old days, and there's not a Blizzard North anymore. So maybe having the two separate teams under the same umbrella will not work. We'll see. All right, Chad. What have we got in games?
In games, the big games reveals and trailers from the Xbox showcase. Microsoft promised games, and Starfield ahead of its annual Xbox showcase held Sunday. A promise it delivered on with an event focused on in-game and in-engine footage. Here's what caught our eye. Playground Games Fable kicked off the show. Compulsion Games
Oh.
debuted south of midnight, which comes to Xbox Series X and Windows PC day one on Game Pass. Lucasfilm's games, new Star Wars game, Star Wars Outlaws, super stoked, features a new protagonist in a world overrun with crime syndicates. Makes sense. Spiritfarer developer Thunder Lotus Games debuted its next 33 Immortals game. Asobo Studio, hoping I'm saying that right, is upgrading Microsoft Flight Simulator to do more than just flying planes, including taking an adventure to Arrakis a Dune expansion that is coming November 3rd alongside the film Dune Part 2. Do I get to be Timothy Chalamet in this? Because I would want to be that
Timothy
simulator.
Chalamet.
Chalamet.
You're my Timothy Chalamet,
I
Chad.
fucking love you, dude. Turn 10, what is it? Turn 10's new Forza Sport is a follow-up to Forza Motorsport 7. Cool. Overwatch 2 is getting a whole bunch of new stuff, something called Invasion. Microsoft will release a 1 terabyte Xbox Series X model in the carbon black colorway. It's super fire looking, dude. And finally, every time, Bethesda, help, help.
Bethesda.
Bethesda Starfield got its own 1 hour showcase called Starfield Direct, which I think we all knew about, but I really wish I could have watched the entire
Right.
thing because it was awesome.
I just started to see like big game updates. I think it was Star Wars was the first one that just started coming across my phone, and I was like, "Is this all coming from Xbox?" Like, what's like? I knew the Xbox event was going on, and I was ready for some Starfield stuff. But some of this news, it wasn't Star Wars that got me first. It was Fable.
Yeah,
People were
dude.
losing their mind about Fable. That's another one that's another one. Maybe we should do a deep dive on. I know people love that game.
Mm-hmm.
I was like playing football. I missed Fable entirely. I think that's what happened when I started playing sports. I stopped playing RPGs.
Mm,
I was like, Final Fantasy was it for me.
mm.
So that was pretty cool. But there's a lot. Bummed Anton's not here because Forza is his shit. I thought he would be hyped to talk about that. Um, Fable, Forza, Star Wars. That's like the big deal, right? That's the big gun.
Yeah, there's a lot of like it's not definitely not going to be like a Jedi Survivor style thing. It's gonna be more like remember like Knights of the Old Republic where
You
you
know I
weren't
love
you
that
didn't have to
game.
be like a Star Wars, you didn't have to be like a Jedi, you didn't have to be like a Sith. You could have just been like
Would
a
like be
smuggler with like a
good.
gun. Yeah, you can just go and like
Yeah, just
just
be a dick.
yeah, exactly. So I think
You
they're gonna
know,
go through that. I hope it's gonna be a little bit like that.
well, two things I'm excited for. I think you and Anton more than anybody have heard my kind of, again, other rant about how I'm pissed at Star Wars. Like, I'm not watching The Mandalorian. I'm like, I'm not doing it. Fuck Disney until they give me rated R Star Wars, blah, blah. Did you hear that they're going to do that? They greenlit?
No.
I think I read that headline somewhere that they greenlit for us to start getting some like adult, rated R and or more, rated MA, whatever. Star
Fucking
Wars movies.
finally.
I might be making that up.
No, I hope you're
Star
not.
Wars rated R. If I am, I'm going to leave it there. Yeah,
Mm.
Star Wars already confirmed. A hilariously R-rated fan. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Violent Star Wars fans pitch the yes. This is what I've been looking for.
Dude, if Mandalorian was rated R,
So
oof.
oh my
Oof.
god, rated R.
Oof.
Put it on HBO. Put
Oh
season
my
4 on
god.
HBO. Give me the. I need the gore. I need to see the Sand Snake, but with Mandalorian blasters. Give me that. That he was fucking. That guy was fucking. He was
He
fucking
needs
everybody.
he had a sand snake, dude. Pause.
He had the sand snake. Speaking of sand and snakes, Dune. This flight simulator thing with Dune. This is the coolest fucking collab.
Mhm.
This is one, and again, I do the, I go with the VR flight simulator.
Oh
I am
yeah.
going to wherever I fell asleep in the movie. I'm going back to watch it because of this. I'm a huge Dune fan as of tomorrow. Gotta watch the movie first, but this sounds amazing.
Mhm. I'm excited for it.
Whose idea was this?
I don't think I've ever seen Microsoft because they've been doing Flight Simulator fucking since the 90s. I never seen them do a collab before. So this is what maybe their first collab. Kind of a cool collab.
They do like airport, they're like, now we've got JFK, but like this is, I mean, like Microsoft Flight Simulator is just because it's fun and interesting is one of the most popular games, period. Certainly in the VR space. But being able to hop into do like, I don't know, I'm really interested in the physics and like how did their little flappy wing helicopters work? Like, I'm really excited to hear about this, and it's about the realism, so I think it's gonna be amazing. I'm hyped on that, and can't wait to see what they do with it.
Yeah, it should be good, man.
We'll see how it goes. I think in a normal episode we would take a look at Star Wars Outlaws right now, but this isn't a normal episode. You know what I
Hmm.
mean?
Yeah. Wah.
It's us. We're this guy. But Diablo content coming to you soon. You're gonna love it. Part 1 is solid. Part 2 is some really strong work. That's where the game really goes in terms of story and expansive. They made it 3 times bigger. I could go on about that. They doubled the team size, more than that, from 17 to 50, and then to 70. Either way, I can give you Diablo facts all day. Catch our Diablo pod. Before we leave right now, Shad, anything you've got for the people?
Yes, obviously, thank you for watching. If you can follow, like, subscribe, that would help us. Everyone who talks to us in the comments, we don't care who you are. Thank you for talking to us. Super awesome. And finally, look at the Discord. We're going to have a link for that real soon. We want to build a community of casual gamers to be able to hang out, support each other, and just talk about cool new stuff that's happening in gaming. That's all I have to say.
So we can find, right? Help us find the best things in gaming every week for our You Love to See It segment. We're looking for y'all. Y'all looking for us. We appreciate it. Thank you. We'll talk to you very soon. Shad, you are the fucking man.